Bananas.
Fart noises. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Random Things podcast on the Random Channel. We're on episode 31. We have Jack subbing in for John, who's building a deck in the rain, apparently.
I was gonna say he is at his brother-in-law's house. He's frantically texted us, told us something about some archaeology thing, and this is what we're dealing with.
Probably looks a lot like that. Yeah, he said deck,
It's not a
but
holy grail.
we read between the lines. We know what
Yeah.
he's really doing.
We know it's Spanish doubloons.
There was some booty out of that deck.
Yeah. So we got Jack filling in for us. I just saw lightning flash in your background there, Jack. You're gonna hear
Told you,
thunder.
it's storming out
You're
here.
gonna hear a thunder strike in a second, I think. But
I lost the
God,
cable. My cable's gone, which is already on mute, so it didn't interrupt anybody this time. But
yeah, that's honestly like
yeah.
the thunderstorm is passing over. Dan, it's probably in your area now too, obviously, but it's passing over our houses. So
And our home and Hudson, it's probably
yeah, in Hudson, that's right. So it'll probably, if we have power kick out in the middle of this, that's what it is. We'll try to get as much shit done as we can till then. But how you guys doing, Duggan? I know you're eagerly awaiting to talk about the Celtics, and I think it's a good thing I think it's a good thing Jack's on, because he can probably actually talk to you about him. As we're with Dan, John, and I, we just be like, yeah, Duggan, talk about the Celtics.
It's a bandwagon fan. I'm here for it.
Well, we take all fans. What I don't take is the fucking shiesty haters that have been shitting on the Celtics all season long. Mind you that the Celtics have been betting favorites since the gate. And all season long, we had to hear, this is the team. Oh, they just blew through the East Conference because it's so easy. And they can't choose who they play. All they can do is play when the guys are out there. And it's not their fault that people get hurt. That's the name of the game. You can go down years and years and years of people getting hurt. And now that finally the Celtics have won Banner 18, they are the best NBA team ever by rings and championships at 18. KP is now getting a knee surgery. He will be out a few months, but hopefully he will come back stronger. We signed Drew for a long term. JT is about to get a long term. We signed Brown for a long term. Do I hear a fucking repeat? I hear a fucking repeat. Because I'm so done with Denver and their fucking bullshit crybaby antics. Minnesota's too young. Thunder, next year maybe. LeBron, who knows what he's doing.
No, LeBron's
Giannis is a bitch. Embiid cries too much. I can go on and on and on. There is no reason why Celtics shouldn't win number 19 next year. You heard it here first. We are repeating. This is the dynasty that is coming.
I don't know about repeating, but definitely 3 out of 5. 3 rings in the next 5 years. We got lucky because we're awesome, and Dallas.
What is this luck you speak of, Jack?
Dallas is a build of schmucks. Without Luka, they have nothing. Kyrie Irving is just a head case waiting to fold, and he did get to Boston and just collapsed. It's been great.
Like a little bitch.
Big storyline for everybody. Slaves are coming up. The Celtics have been nothing but on top, and they're almost like the Bruins 2.0, where you're waiting for them to fall apart and fail, and they didn't. They came through when they should have, and it's great. Honestly, it's just great to be a Boston sports fan. Another banner hanging up. Welcome to Boston, loser. That's the best thing.
The biggest fucking thing for the Celtics is that people who watch the games. I watch every fucking game. I'm a huge Celtics fan, almost as big as the Patriots. If you don't know the difference between when KP is on the team in the starting 5, when he's not on the team in the starting 5, you're living in a fucking delusional land. This is why we could not get over the hump, is because we didn't have KP. This is why we were dominant all season long.
We won without KP.
Well, yeah. Porzingis, right? That he was out. He was out
hurt
in the
in
whole
He was
post.
out game 2, 3, and 4, or 3 and 4.
Yeah, and that's why.
3.
And this is why in the beginning series when they said, "Oh, the Celtics can't win. The Celtics can't
They
win."
won last series without him.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. The pundits are saying they can't win without KP. They can't win without KP. That's last year's team. They are correct. What they were allowed to do with KP when he was coming back, was coming off the bench. Al Horford got more time. Fucking Brissett got more time. The big men were allowed to expand in their roles, which then fed off for the major players and coming off the bench. Peyton Pritchard, fucking Sam Hauser. I mean, everybody who was there contributed to their role. And this is the synopsis of this. This is a team. This isn't fucking Jordan in the 90s. This isn't Shaq and Kobe. This is 5 dudes who can go out. They can get you 15. They can get you 20 a night. I don't see anybody stopping this. The defense is too strong. I don't see anybody in the East coming close. Maybe I don't change my mind.
If they keep the same 5, they're solid. Because you know what? You know what won them the championship and the next banner? It was a team effort. There was no
Everybody
one person.
contributed.
JT was quiet with points, but he was big with assists and rebounds. And
Getting fucking 15 rebounds, 10 assists. Of course, it's a whole team effort.
Dude, it was
Joe
a team
Maz
effort all the way
defense.
around. And that's what makes championship teams. Like that's
We were all the same age as Joe Maz. All of us. He's 35 and some change. It's fucking bananas.
I'm not that old, but yeah, sure.
I was using it as a Groupon.
I'm 40 minus 2, so it makes me sad.
You can
Makes me
take
sad
that
when-
extra and add it.
It makes me sad whenever anybody is successful at a younger age than me. So
I'm watching hockey and like baseball. These guys like, oh, they're 28, 30. This 30-year-old just came into the league like last second. It's like
The worst is the golfers.
Better
Even the
than that.
shitty guy makes $500 million or $500,000.
Have you
Biggest
watched
project ever.
have you watched Full Swing?
not the new one.
I've seen it, but I haven't seen the new
second
one.
season stinks.
What
I
I
got about
never
3 episodes in.
realized, what I never realized is that when you go to these big 4-day long championships and shit,
Yep.
if you don't make the cut, you get nothing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All
So if
do
you
is
don't make the
cut,
cut
you gotta go the
after
happy way.
day 2, you get nothing.
Happy Gilmore,
you know,
baby.
it's
You
like-
just got to make the final.
You
50
don't
or
get
whatever.
anything from the purse, but you're still a sponsored golfer. You're making
Well, I
money
mean,
for
yeah,
your-
you're making money.
You're-
I mean, you really didn't like.
I'll take one of those big checks.
But the winner from last week at the
Give
Open
me one of those
won like
big checks.
$4.2 million.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If you
Think about the
win,
caddies, though.
you
The
get
caddies
you
win-
get millions, and then
The
the
caddies get
what
10%. The caddies get 10%.
That's a good lawyer fee right there.
So the caddy gets about $1 million off the winning, like, golfer, or like
Mhm.
you win, like, say 400,000. He's making fucking 40
Bang.
grand.
Why is it that they can't use golf carts? You guys might know this. I don't know the answer to that. Why do they
I
go
just-
bucket?
Bubba Watson used a hover golf cart once.
But I mean,
That's
is
what they were
is it like
showcasing how
illegal?
cool
It's
they
the way
are.
the game should be played. It's just they all move fast. They all walk down. It's like 2 or 3.
Because that's not how they did
Fortunately.
it in Scotland. They had to walk the links.
They also
Yeah,
have
playing
to
two.
wear pants.
Yeah,
They
I
do.
hate,
The other
see, I hate that because I hate when I have to wear pants in golf.
It's really hot when you wear pants.
I only wear pants when it's like cold.
Rainy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're in fucking
no.
Scottsdale, Arizona in like May,
million
and
degrees.
it's like
In
90,
July, and you're
9
like, yeah, I gotta wear
degrees,
pants.
and it's like you wonder why Damon like ripped his shirt off when he won the Waste Management Open. It's like because he was fucking hot. He was fucking dying.
I'm not sure his shirt was the problem, but yeah.
Oh, Joel
I loved
Damon.
his caddy's
him.
my favorite because his caddy's just like a guy.
A
Yeah.
guy he went to. It would be like basically what his caddy is Duffy makes the PGA Tour. Duffy makes the PGA Tour, and he's just like, "Hey Dan, you want to be my caddy?" I'd be like, yeah,
All
okay.
right.
I'm not going to be able to really do much for you,
That's
but
literally
I
what
can
his caddy
certainly
does.
hand you a golf club."
Yeah, yeah.
I
yeah,
almost
Happy
broke
Gilmore.
80 at a wicked private course out here that I just happily, luckily got on yesterday. It's called Great Horse. It's in Hamden. Unreal course.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Like I pulled up and go, whoa, this is, I don't belong here. Didn't lose the ball. Almost broke 90, and it was gorgeous. Absolutely,
nice.
the clubhouse stunning. It was like walking into a pro locker room. Unreal. Great
Jeff,
hookup.
I didn't know you golfed.
I golf a lot.
That
tried
was,
to.
that was a,
I
that
played
was
with
a joke.
Duffy. I played at his
That
tournament.
was a joke. We were fucking stayed in a house together on a golf trip.
Oh, Dan was there. I don't know.
So it wasn't done.
Dan, I didn't know you then. I didn't really know you then.
I
Are you
was
sleeping?
I was just the guy that threw frisbees.
Duggan, are you sleeping?
No, sorry, my boss just texted me.
Oh.
He was watching Joe Rogan.
All right.
No.
Do you guys have any? Do you think that? I know you said the Celtics. You think they could repeat again next year, but are they locked in with all these players for the next some odd
The
years?
only
Like,
person who's
who
not
do they have-
signed is JT. They were
He
waiting for
will.
him,
He
and
will.
I can't imagine them not giving him the
They'd be
max.
stupid if they don't.
It'll be JT, it'll be Brown, it'll be KP, it'll be Holiday, it'll be White.
The
Everyone's good.
same crew's going to run it again next year.
okay.
JT's
Yep.
gonna get like the biggest fucking contract ever.
There's
after
no
winning.
cap in basketball.
No, baby. It's fucking once you hit a certain yearage,
like-
you can hit a super max. But there's like levels to it. So you have to be like named All NBA. You have to do like this, and this, and this, and then
He's
you can
gonna
get
get
what
it.
they call a super max, which is
He'll get it, especially
Breaks
after
truck.
winning now and Brown getting an extension, and
Yep.
he's gonna get a new contract. It was
Yep.
just like the getting the championship was like the level of like acceptance. Like if you want to get the extension, you're gonna win. And he's like, okay, hop on my
Yeah.
back, and we're gonna be a team. He's gonna get it. The same team's coming back next year.
in retrospect, it makes the Celtics and Brad Stevens look even better by signing.
It makes
Brown
Brad
first
Stevens look
because you weren't-
smart.
Yeah, you weren't sure what Tatum was going to do. Like I said, there was a dark few years where we just get into the peak and just not getting over it. So with them signing Brown, it allowed them to shift some money. And now that he won Finals MVP, they don't have to pay him that extra money. Now that Tatum won a championship but didn't win an MVP, but made All NBA, there's room in that contract to bounce around. So everyone's going to get paid. Everyone's coming back. I don't see us getting stopped. Change my mind. Fight me.
Okay. All right. Well, good. I'm glad you're able to talk about this. I'm glad Jack was here to talk to you about the Celtics.
Yeah.
Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
Jackie.
That would have been much shorter if you were talking to me, Dan, or John. So that's good.
I would have
All
put
right.
it in Star Wars terms.
Yeah.
Speaking of Star Wars,
no, there's no transition for this at all. But we did a fun thing today. I don't even know what made us do it at work, but suddenly we were like, "Hey, which house do you think you'd be in Harry Potter?" And we took this sorting hat quiz, and everybody at work got put into a different house. So
What did
I
Chris
told
get
them-
into?
I told the guys on the podcast to do it, and we all did. Chris got Slytherin.
It was either that or a Hufflepuff, I would figure.
Yeah, Chris got Slytherin. John, who will be on soon, I think, is he ended up getting Ravenclaw. I got Gryffindor.
Yeah,
And
boy.
I know Duggan got Gryffindor. Dan got Ravenclaw. What did you get, Jack?
I got Gryffindor.
Oh, there you go. See that?
Yeah,
I'll pull it up.
the
Wait,
right,
picture
the
of it.
right
It's
team.
like, let's
That's the winning
go.
squad.
35% Gryffindor, 26% Ravenclaw, 23% Hufflepuff, and 16% Slytherin. So
I don't have I was the same order as you, but I forget my percentages was like 39% Gryffindor, then
I was
whatever
37,
Ravenclaw on the way
32.
down. But that was what wand core did you guys pick?
Phoenix.
Really?
heartstring.
I did Dragon Heartstring too, so didn't Chris and John. So it was like
That boy,
Phoenix,
Jack.
baby.
You got to rise from the ashes.
Phoenix just rises. All the
couldn't
bad
pick
stuff in life
unicorn,
happens,
right?
you gotta rise from it, baby. That's what
Nobody
makes
picks
Gryffindor
unicorn.
better.
A true Hufflepuff would be like fucking unicorn tail.
I did use that in the game though. In the PS5 game, I did use unicorn hair.
let's go
I
through
never
the-
used unicorn hair. I always used phoenix feather or dragon.
Dragon
heartstring.
Heartstring.
Phoenix
How can
is
those be the only
Phoenix is
three?
Dragon.
How can
I
those
was,
be the
it was
only
a
three?
toss up. I was like, Phoenix is Dragon. Let's go
It's
Phoenix.
gonna be like Gandalf's pube for one. Long, shiny. silver
Dumbledore's ear hair.
Let me ask you. So I'm going to go through the questions quick because I want to know. But during the end of year exams, you noticed that one of your classmates was using an enchanted quill. You come out on top of the class anyways. But what if they are second? What do you do? What did you guys pick for that one?
Yeah,
High
basically the
five,
high
baby.
You did the
I
high
picked-
five.
I
Yeah,
picked
I
the
did
one
the
that
high
said
five.
if I didn't make first, I'd tell because that guy.
That's what I did too.
Yeah,
That's
boy. Number
I
one.
thought that was gonna get me Slytherin when I answered that one. I'm like, oh, that's kind of shitty, isn't it? But
No, it's getting Slytherin would be like ratting on them.
yeah. What would you be most hurt if a person called you weak, ignorant, unkind, or boring? I did
Weak.
boring.
I did
I think
unkind.
I think
I
I
did
said
unkind.
boring as well.
I did weak.
I almost did
Unkind would be
unkind,
my-
and then I said to myself, I am unkind quite often.
But Dan, no one could look you straight in the eyes and go, "You're fucking boring, you stupid fuck." You'd be like,
Thank you.
"I'm so interesting." That's like, but if someone said, "Hey, you're a weak little bitch," I'd be like,
See-
"Why? Why would you say that to me?"
I'm not
The
weak.
unkind
Look at
got
these.
me.
I'm not weak.
Look at my dog.
The unkind got me because like I usually try to be very nice and genuine to everybody, and then once I learn people, then I started being sarcastic,
Oh yeah.
ass a little bit, but that's
Check
how
out of the
that's how you know
box.
I like you. But
I
then
had
it's
the
like,
same discussion today. So I said, think of someone like the Weasley brothers, right? In Harry Potter. They're kind of like assholes in a way, but like nice assholes. Like they're
Right.
your friendly assholes, right? So
Right.
it's not like being in Gryffindor exempts you from being an asshole. It
Right.
doesn't. So
It's learning how to deal with sarcasm at the
Right.
best. It's like, oh, that's how you know that they like you. It's like they're gonna be sarcastic and be mean to you. That's how they like you.
I didn't think many of these questions actually led you to be able to be Slytherin. So I was surprised when Chris did, because I feel like
There was
most of them,
some.
a few, but I feel like for the most part they don't really lean that way. But
Well, the question about the pet. If you chose no pet, that's a fucking Slytherin answer right there.
Yeah.
no pet.
Yeah.
Who would
I'm not
pick no
taking
pet? Who would
Fucking
pick
pet.
no
I'm
pet?
not taking a fucking
I
pet.
want an owl. Give me an
Everybody picked
owl.
owl. Did anyone not pick owl?
I picked
Ow.
cat.
You pick cat?
Yeah, I want a cat to sleep with. It's cold out there.
I think
Fair
I
enough.
think John. I
I
think
don't
John
want to clean
picked
up
cat
bird
too.
shit everywhere.
That's true.
No, you
But
put
John
you
picked a
stick 'em
cat?
in the
He should've
owlery,
been an
and then
owl.
they
He
come-
was a
they
falcon,
drop off.
right?
They drop off broomsticks.
That's true.
I don't
He's a
know, I hope
falconer.
the cat would turn into a
He's a
sexy
falconer.
witch too. So who knows?
So you're locked in a duel with a skilled opponent. They fire an unknown spell at you. You shout,
Protego!
Protego?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did
Stupefy.
too. You did stupefy, so you're going on the
Yeah.
assault.
Yo, hell yeah.
I did Protego.
I picked Crucio.
No, you
That's
didn't.
no, but that's a Slytherin answer.
Oh, speaking
Yeah.
of John's not Slytherin. Speaking of Slytherin,
Yeah. That's what you
Dude.
found, archaeologist.
You look like a drowned rat.
is that what
Look
you
at
found?
this grave
Yeah,
digger. Look at this grave digger.
that's
Oh,
what you
yeah.
found at your brother-in-law's deck. You dug up a skull.
No, yeah. Good
He's
times.
soaking wet still.
It'll be on Netflix.
You do look like a wet dog.
Yeah. Good times, guys. Good times.
You weren't
You
even
seem
really gone
drained
though,
and
John.
annoyed.
You were right here. You were here all along.
Whoopinga.
Oh, bingo.
I gotta tell you.
This is my buddy Bob.
Dan, did you just click that? Because I was hovering over it to click it
Yeah.
right when you did. And that is scary to me that you were that.
Oh man.
Guys, quick on the trigger, man.
I'm quick.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Okay. It's your 5th year at Hogwarts, and you just received a howler from your parents. What's it for?
Sneaking in
I-
the Forbidden Forest on a
Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it's probably the Forbidden Forest.
Across the board.
Yeah.
Everybody
Across the
answered
board.
the same fucking questions, and they just went, "Oh, here
They
you
just
go."
rifled them all together. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I want to. That's what I want to find out. I'm testing BuzzFeed to see how accurate they are.
Bullshit.
Dumbledore quotations. Pity the living, and above all
This
else,
is
pity
tough.
those who
That
live
was
without
a
love.
tough one.
Yeah, words
Third
are
one.
in
I
my
picked
not
the
so
third
humble
one.
opinion, our most inexhaustible source of magic. It matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be. I picked that one.
I
That's
picked
what I
that one.
I did the
It was
dream
either
one.
that one or the love one. Like
does
no,
not-
that was the. It was between those two.
It does not do dwell on dreams and forget to live. Duggan, you picked
Yeah,
that one.
I did that one. Yeah,
That's a
living
good
real life, guys. Stop dreaming.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even read that last one because when I got to that third one, I was like, oh, that's it. I just clicked.
Great quotes. Great Dumbledore quotes.
He was great. I love Dumbledore. He would definitely beat the shit out of Gandalf in a fight.
My favorite
I
quote
don't
is, Harry Potter, did you put your name in the
Did you put your name in the goblet?
the worst.
Oh, you son
the
of a
worst. That is the worst rendition of a book to movie scene ever. Of all time.
Though. It's so good when he fucking assaults Harry. It's like, Harry, you little motherfucker! It's like goes after him.
Never happened in the book. That didn't happen in the book.
I know, but I'm glad it happened in the movie.
because we're talking about it right now.
Accurately describes your friends. I chose to have very few close friends that I would trust
Yep.
with my life.
Yep.
That's what I
Yep.
picked. They're all right here,
Yeah.
except for Jack.
Ride or
I love
die.
Jack.
Oh, thanks, Dan. Appreciate that, buddy.
That's nice to say live.
Jack, I've seen you in
Jack.
person. I've seen you in person once. Actually, that's true about John too. I've only seen John in person once. John, you're off the list.
What list?
I'll remember that when
well,
you get a coin again. Hey, I'll put him. Hey, do not coin this guy. He's a POS.
Oh yeah, okay.
You know what? You can trust John you can trust John to help you bury a body though, Dan, because he's really
Yes,
good
sir.
at
He
Or
knows how
bring
to
one
dig
up.
holes. He's got hole digging knowledge.
That's
Bingo.
right. What skills are you most proud of? I did the
my
ability to
being
make
awesome.
new friends.
My brain.
Yeah, me too.
my heart.
See, that's why we ended up in Gryffindor, Duggan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Friends.
no,
Gryffindor is
baby.
all about making friends.
Being
Assimilating
assholes.
knowledge.
Being assholes and
Ravenclaw's
friends.
all
How many
about
friends are you fools?
all
So
about
it's
being
not-
smart. Honestly, I'm surprised that
something.
Duggan didn't make it in Hufflepuff because I feel like you'd be about growing some crazy ass weed.
I know.
Hufflepuffs
That's the best friends to have.
on my level. I see. I'm friends with the Hufflepuffs. They come to me for the good stuff.
Hufflepuff's
Puffs do make
pretty
good
laid back though.
herbologists.
I feel like that's you in a nutshell, Duggan. So
Hey,
Hufflepuff was
with
third
a
for you.
maestro.
Hufflepuff was third for you, Duggan.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Duggan's
Hufflepuffs make
laid
great
back unless you
herbologists.
challenge him to athletic events.
yeah.
Then
That's
he's a
right.
fucking savage.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Jump off a cliff.
Fucking
Exactly.
do it.
Vibes.
I'm
That's right.
so ready.
I don't even
Barbed
have
wire
to,
trampoline.
I don't even have to get to the question to know Duggan picked the Triwizard Tournament.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I did.
I did
No, the Quidditch World Cup.
No, fuck,
Fuck
that.
off.
Fuck that.
I did
Quidditch World
Christmas.
Cup,
I
baby.
did Christmas at Hogwarts.
Oh,
But you can go see Christmas at Hogwarts if you go to Universal
Every
Studios
year,
Orlando.
I know, but it looked
This
great.
shit's
That
every
first
year.
that Christmas staying in that fucking the Gryffindor common room with the
Gay.
fucking fires. You're gay.
Quidditch World Cup is every 4 years.
so update. I didn't read this correctly, but I'm 37% Gryffindor, 32% Slytherin, 20% Ravenclaw, 11 Hufflepuff. So
Jesus.
I'm bordering the line of fucking narcissism and shit.
That is
That's good.
shocking to me, Mike. Shocking.
I'm devious. That's why. The questions had me all fucked up. It must have been the cat as a pet. Had to have been.
I Gryffindor than Ravenclaw, so that's good.
I
Alright.
picked the cat as well.
Oh, John, that boy.
the
Why
only
though?
one-
Why'd you pick the cat?
I like cats. They're assholes.
Oh, see, I picked it so I could cuddle with it.
All right. The only other question I really give a shit about is what Deathly Hallow did you guys pick?
The Elder
Invisibility
Wand.
cloak.
Cloak.
I did the cloak.
Oh yeah, you got to go invisible. You got to be sneaky shyster.
Mhm.
The
Them girls
wand is
lock
the
rooms,
most
baby.
powerful wand in all of
I got
Wizard.
Phoenix feather.
Yeah,
I'm good.
but
Fuck
it's
that
also
wand.
cursed, and everybody who's had it ends up dying horribly.
Yeah, yeah.
If you use it for the wrong reasons, you don't understand the Deathly Hallows. You can be the master of
Can we
death
explain
and-
the right reasons for using a dueling wand? Just
Listen,
can you explain
Elder
the
Wand-
right reasons?
To
The right
save
reasons for that.
Alexander
Elder
Hamilton.
Wand was the OP wand, right? But however, the reason why it was made to help defeat the foes of the enemies that you hated, right?
Yeah.
But that's if you use it for evil. It's almost like being a fucking Jedi. And you're like, oh, well, I'm only gonna use the Force for the right reasons. And
You get pregnant.
That's right.
yeah,
Yeah.
but like you have the invisibility cloak, the resurrection stone, and the wand, and you're the master of death, essentially, which is kind of dark for Harry Potter. But it's a little dark. But the wand,
I'm still failing to see where using the wand to kill people
you
is
don't,
in a,
but you
a
don't
good
need to
way.
use it to kill people. That's the thing.
So what do you do? Put it in a case on the shelf and be like,
No,
"Yo,
you
that's
make it-
not-
you
that's
make
in
it
the
not-
hard
holster
in a
until the
meadow
time comes.
so people can live in a meadow that's
Dumbledore was
peaceful.
using it the whole fucking time.
Yeah, Dumbledore
Yeah,
used
and
it
he
to
didn't
like
kill
80 years.
people with it.
Up until he got killed, he
Horribly.
was using that. He was using that the entire time.
Can
But
we
he didn't get-
establish
no,
that
no,
Dumbledore
no,
did
it
kill
was
people?
not-
It's like the One Ring. It wanted to find its true master that would fucking
Yeah.
start murking
Listen, the
people.
Elder Wand was not a matter of death. It was just a matter of defense. And until it was put in the wrong hands, which became the weapon of death. But
Yeah.
Defense
against
the dark arts.
It sounds like a weapon of mass destruction.
That's
Listen.
exactly what it sounds like.
It can be used for evil, just like the Force. And when you use the Force for evil, you end up looking like Barry Gibb.
what a joke the show is. I was so excited for that show. Oh my god. Can we talk about that real quick?
No,
That's one of the things we're talking about.
That's Jason 1.
That show is so dumb now.
I think it's
Well,
fantastic.
We're
More
getting
than a
there.
woman.
We're getting there.
More
We're
than a
getting
Jedi.
More than a woman to me. So
Let's go to the boys.
the.
Talk about a matter
Love
of
the
death.
boys.
Yeah, we can talk about the boys next. Where the fuck is it? There we go. There we go, boys. Season 4, episodes 1 through 3 review.
Oh, it's all
Yeah,
four.
I didn't even realize it dropped. The 4th episode
Yeah.
dropped.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, that was
Oh, I
today.
haven't seen it yet.
I started it.
I didn't
haven't
watch
finished it
episode
yet,
4. I didn't know it dropped today. But I like the first 3 episodes a lot. I like every episode of The Boys.
People are shitting on it a lot. I have to say, what has happened to Starlight. She looks
Plastic surgery, like a
very
motherfucker.
different, like fucking spooky different.
She is
You
spooky
think?
thin.
Because I
Those
don't think she
jaws-
looks that different. And I saw that there's an uproar, people being like, "God, what did she do to her face?" And I'm like, honestly, if people didn't say anything, I don't think I would have noticed.
I think
She
it-
looks
I,
so
I think
weird.
it could honestly just be like dark eye makeup instead of just like the glittery gold stuff.
She was on
looks
an interview with
pretty good.
the vice president and the mute girl that can regenerate. And
Yo, that
they asked her a question,
though,
and her face was like, it was fucking crazy, dude. Yes, John, and it looked just like that. That is Starlight.
But you think she looks like that in the show? Because I don't think she looks that bad.
In the show, it's not as obvious, but in real life, it looks pretty disturbing.
She looks horrific.
Really?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Disagree. I disagree.
I couldn't even tell. So that's, I mean, I never thought she was like anything like to write home about. So I don't think she was like something that would like track my mind so easily anyways. But
She
like,
looks very Girl Next Door in the first couple of seasons. Now she looks like Joan Rivers esque.
yes, yes.
She looks like a girl's about to kill a bitch.
She looks
looks
like
like
she
a
puts on
blow-up
way
doll
too
in
much
real
fucking
life.
foundation and way too much
Mustache
fucking...
does not lie.
Yes, it does.
Dan, you're doing some homework. I can see
you
it.
ever seen the girl who plays Kimiko like outside of the show? Because she's pretty fucking hot.
No, what- outside of the
Amazingly
show.
hot.
I know. I can't believe it. But
I like the vice president.
Yeah, I think she's banging.
yeah, she's pretty hot.
Yep.
Except she'll
Yeah, but
blow your
it's
fucking
the
head.
Persian thing, dude. The Persian Armenian thing is,
It's a
Great.
big turn on.
Yes.
I agree. Very.
but the show's crazy though. Like, I just watched like all 4 episodes this afternoon.
I want the
Bad
Deep
catching
to
up
have his
on
own
it.
show where it's just him talking to fish the entire
The
show.
octopus
Just
in the
making
closet.
stuff up the entire time.
He's
Like a
so
talk show.
he. When I thought, I'm so glad he didn't, but I thought for sure he was gonna blow fucking A Train.
Oh, that was so funny.
I
That
was like,
so
oh my
funny.
god, this is insane. But
I just
also,
like that they have the octopus talk now, and she has feelings and all these things.
Yeah, she
That's
doesn't look-
that's
Oh, the
Tilda
octopus
Swinton.
is like,
That's Tilda
baby,
Swinton, by the
fine.
way, doing
Talk
the
to me,
voice of the
baby.
octopus.
yeah,
Tilda Swinton. This is not.
That's one
Tilda
picture.
I'd rather have that instead
This
of
is
looking
season.
at
This
Dan's
is season
face.
1.
Yep.
This is currently.
See, told you.
she doesn't
That's
look
the
like that in
interview.
the show, though, dude. Get a photo
That's
of her
the
from the show.
interview.
I mean, that's goddamn close. I mean, that's her without foundation and shit on. And like fucking,
Yeah,
you know,
She's
it's
still hot.
it's-
she went cyborg
Go
real
back.
quick.
Go back to the photo of her from that fucking.
She's still girl next door.
That's Joe Rivers.
the
She looks
fuck
awful.
she is.
She looks awful. In
She
that
looks
photo.
fucking horrific.
But what? She doesn't look like that in the show, though. Like that's her worst day ever that you have a photo of.
There was
That's-
one
that's from
scene
some
when they were
interview or
when she was walking and they were in like their like clubhouse and she did not look healthy.
She's
All right,
going
well.
she's going Tara Reid on us.
Oh,
She is.
no.
I
She's
got-
gonna
I
be
got
the new
one for you.
fucking
Tara
rankings.
Reid,
She's going Lindsay Lohan.
The Starlight.
but better.
Great
How's it?
googly moogly.
Oh,
How's your
totally different.
cheekbones?
Totally
How's your
different.
chin?
That's
How's
the
your
same
fucking-
person. A completely
forehead.
different
No,
nose.
it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same
Oh, yeah,
person.
same person.
No,
Yep.
that's not.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
She
So
was
then
the
her
one
jawline
side-
also-
She's had a fucking nose job. She's had a fucking
Chisel
face
unless,
that
sucked
jaw.
unless
in.
she got surgical, like a surgery, like to tuck in her jawline, which is impossible. But like
Definitely
that is-
lip
No, it's-
filler.
No, it's the
Just
cheekbones
to
that
be
make you
clear.
look thinner.
Reducing your jawline is not impossible. That is not even remotely
And
true.
it's very doable. But it's the fillers in the cheekbones that fucking
Fillers
make
in
her
the
look
cheek-
bad.
no, I
cheekbones
don't
and
like
lips.
that.
That is a shame.
That's such
She
a
doesn't
shame.
look like that in the show again, though. In the show, she looks
No.
more like the photo on the left.
Yes,
No, she
agreed.
doesn't.
With
Yes,
like
she
a
does.
raccoon.
On the left.
On the left.
She just looks very, very, very.
On the
different.
left.
Look at the dead eyes on the right.
What
though.
if she had like surgery preemptively and to look like she does on the left and it failed? And then she had to get this extreme surgery to fix her face.
I think she just went for it and it struck out. It happens. Face fucking is not a good thing. You can
Never. I
do
mean-
BBLs all day long, but once
I
you
mean,
stop face fucking,
have you seen pictures of Mickey Rourke before his plastic surgery?
oh Mickey Rock, don't do that. To
Oh
him.
my god.
Purpose is a crackhead.
Oh man, I was just watching the wrestler the other day. I'm like, oh,
She's really cute though in the left photo. That is a shame.
Right.
If that's
Right.
that's how,
Mookie cute. Like
if that's how the
stunning.
face
That one
looks-
right's no
Yeah.
way.
if that's how the
That's a
face
hop
looks now.
in the wrong way.
I know.
She should
It's
she
such
should
a
let it
shame.
let it settle back in and try to get her old face back.
Have you guys seen the Hook 2 girl?
Oh,
how
that's my
can you,
favorite,
How can
Dan.
you not?
That's all over it.
Yeah,
Dan
how can
Jack,
you
that
have
fucking-
not
fucking
seen
just
that?
been
Oh, give me that
on.
Hook 2.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What?
Basically, the
It's
preamp
some-
for a blowjob.
Yeah, it's some girl that just went on a fucking microphone and then
No,
She
has
no.
a nice
It's
southern-
more than that.
She was being interviewed. It was what's like the move in the bedroom that gets guys really going. She goes, "You got to do the Huck 2 and spit on that thing."
Bang.
Y'all go give me the Hook 2. Like that's
so what I said, but just a little more detail.
No,
Yeah.
John, you
Yes,
didn't give
John.
her justice. Her southern
yeah,
drawl
because-
and her hotness. Oh, it was
You gotta
10 out
put
of 10.
rage and some southern twang to that. You gotta spit on that thing.
All right. Get back to the boys. All right. So
Speaking of that
All right,
dang, you
well, how
see
about the Huck
Steve
2 and
Irwin-
the fucking the what should we call it? The fucking the 5 dude chain there.
Yeah.
Human
Yeah,
centipede.
he's eating his
Oh,
own
God.
ass throughout the whole human
I-
centipede.
My
For-
eyes
I
did
loved
cheese.
that when he was like that, and he goes, "Oh, French
pink
is like,
eye.
tossing too much salad."
It's
Huh?
allergies.
No,
Would you do that
killed
to
the-
yourself though? Would you
you
have a
killed the
human
prime.
centipede?
Not
yourself?
that. No.
You wouldn't do that to
no.
yourself?
No way.
That's a lot of men.
That's
That was a
fucking weird.
lot of
yourself.
dudes. And then why was it in the sauna?
Why do you
It's hot.
need so many? Why do you need so many? Like wouldn't one clone suffice?
Everyone needs to get their rocks off, Kevin.
So
all
hold
right?
on. When they first came on stage and was setting it up, I was like, are they like quintuplets or like a couple
Oh.
of pairs of twins? And I go, oh no, that's a soup. And then
Oh,
it,
yeah.
then it also came to light later. I was like, oh,
That's such gnarly power to split yourself in half.
Yeah.
That's so fucking crazy.
It looks painful. I will say though, I feel like this season so far has been relatively tame compared
it's
to
about to
previous.
compared to exploding dicks.
Yeah, yeah,
still
and
time.
then
There's still time.
and then not to spoil anything, but there was an allusion to a heroin enema in episode 4, and you don't get to see it. And I'm like, why did you cut that out? That's
Yeah.
what this show is for.
they didn't
I
have the
did
budget
like
to
when
build the
Kamiko
asshole.
jumped
right.
out of that building though, and her whole fucking shit was fucked up.
But
Oh,
then
no.
again, she
Put her
turns
face
and
back
she
in the front,
looks.
that was-
She
that was
turns
a
and
wild
looks
move.
at them, and they're like shocked by it. But we don't get to see it.
Mm.
Why not?
I think they're gonna
Like,
save
did
all
they-
the big bucks.
Did they
later.
cut
I-
budgets or something?
I think the motive was you get an idea of what a fucked up face looks like if her face is over here and she kind of just peels it back and puts it back in the front. But the
Yeah, but if that had happened in season 1 or 2, you'd be seeing
100%.
the before
Yeah.
and the after.
yeah,
You'd
no,
be seeing that shit.
agreed, because you saw
Where-
the exploding dick and like the girl getting obliterated by A-Train, so it's like
Maybe
Yeah.
they weren't like sound on what it looked like, so they're like, "Fuck it, we'll just use the imagination."
Yeah, that's probably what it
How
was.
about
I
the
bet you
beating
they
the
wanted. I
bats?
bet they tried to go practical, and they're like, it's not going to work, and we
Right.
don't have time to reshoot it. So just
right.
How mad would you be if you got a superpower and it was fucking Snake Face? Like that's like
Like
the
Medusa.
worst fucking power ever.
Out of the
I'd be
mouth?
so
Eating
mad.
everybody.
Dude, but those snake mouth things are fucking strong. They ripped
Oh, yeah.
Kimiko's arm right off
Yeah, but
and destroyed those two
Security
security
guard
guards' faces.
yeah, horribly.
But that
Power
would
would you
suck.
want?
Imagine having your time with the lady friend, and all of a sudden that pops out.
Mm.
End of the world.
Dentata.
Hakuna Matata.
No, we're talking. We're referring back to a conversation we had about the movie Teeth. Have you seen the movie?
Oh,
Teeth?
God, it's the worst. Jack, do you know what
let
that
me
is?
let me set the stage for you. It's a horror movie about a girl who has a pair of teeth in her vagina.
Ah!
Unbeknownst to her.
Unbeknownst to her, and dicks get bit off.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
It was
It's a good
violent,
movie.
violent.
it's not. It's horrible.
The ancient
Johnson's
stories
a
are
good
even
movie. It's
better.
not a good movie.
It's horrible. I couldn't. I couldn't. Like when the trailer first came out, I remember I didn't even see the movie because I couldn't because the trailer made me sick. I said I can't do it.
Oh man.
Read
This is-
Dentata. It's even worse.
I don't want to.
Oh,
It sounds
is
horrible.
violent.
It's just that one scene where there's obviously a rapey guy because that's what it looks like, and he's just
Yeah.
like looking down at his like gone dick, and he's like, "Ah!" And I was like, I can't watch this trailer. X
I
out of
mean,
it.
there are valuable lessons to be learned
Oh,
from it.
Yes. Hell yeah.
That's the
That's-
movie poster for it.
Mhm.
Hell
Every
yeah.
rose has its thorns. Ugh.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And
Call
it
that a
once.
rose.
You know what's
Fucking
crazy
rose.
is that Netflix documentary I was telling you guys about that I just watched. Tell them you love me. That
Fucked
movie.
up.
I love
That-
you, Mike.
That documentary is the most craziest thing because
Dude, that
I'll-
I've seen the synopsis of that. That movie that is fucked.
so
what that
for
lady
those of you
did.
who don't know that, I have an older sister who has cerebral palsy, and watching this video, two things happened to me. One, I was just like, this fucking bitch. I can't even believe like she had the power to do this. But at the same time, I'm like, this motherfucker is onto something because you can't really tell.
What's the documentary? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, so let me stop. So there's a family, and a mother. She has two children. One who has cerebral palsy. One of the sons, he gets a PhD. He goes to school at Rutgers. He attends these classes. And one of the classes, he meets a woman who is lecturing, and she's talking about the idea of assisting people with mental disabilities to communicate better. So it's basically the example is if you have a keyboard, you give them the keyboard and you help guide their hand and you let them type out whatever it is that they're typing out. It could be gibberish, it could be words, and then you focus on that and you practice so eventually they can type words, they can read books, they can do many things. So it's just crazy what they can and can't do. But the story goes where the older brother gets the assistance of this lecturer. She befriends the person who goes by, his name's Derek, but he goes by D-Man, and they form a relationship. She's teaching him, they're learning, they're growing. Some chemistry evolves. This is only going on a 50% story and some of the other story from the family because we don't really know what Derek says. They don't say anything about it. So they develop chemistry, they develop a relationship, and it grows and grows and grows to the point where they actually are dating and consummate the relationship multiple times. So
She takes advantage of a guy with cerebral palsy.
Yes.
here's the thing, Kevin.
Oh my God.
They're going on years of training, years of him essentially communicating with her. She's a teacher. She has a PhD. She's been doing this for years. Her whole family has been doing this. Is he communicating with her, or is she living in a fucking fantasy land where she's kind of dictating his whole being? Because you have to watch it. Because, like I said, now going back to my sister, it's like I could definitely see my sister wanting to communicate and having this kind of restlessness and wanting to explore and the way we were allowed to do as children. So this dude who's now an adult, he's getting the attention of this woman. I don't have to put two and two together. This guy wants to fuck. I don't care what we're doing. If you're with a woman and she's giving you attention and you're attracted to her, that's on your mind. So like I said, is it him wanting to bang or is it her taking advantage of him? And I'll leave you with this one tidbit. This guy had strawberries all on the back of his body, and the family's trying to figure it out. They call in the hospital, they call in school. They don't understand what the fuck's going on. Long and short of it is, the teacher who had the relationship with him had a gym mat and a towel in her office, and she would ride him cowgirl while having sex to the point where he was getting strawberries on his back. Now, those of you who have had sex on the
What do you
ground
mean
before,
strawberries? What do you mean strawberries? Like real
Like-
strawberries?
like rug
No,
burns.
like
I know what he's talking about. You get a little
Mark.
fucking little,
Mark, yeah,
oh,
Mark.
okay. All right,
bruises.
all right.
So
All
those
right,
of us
all
who have had sex on the ground before, we know that it doesn't take much to get strawberries on your skin. So I'm thinking the family's like, oh, this poor guy, he got raped by this chick. And in my mind, I'm like, he's probably just hammering out this chick and he's getting raspberries. Like, we don't know what's going on. We only have half of the story. So it's like, it's really interesting. It's really fucked up. It's out of control, but I would
It's a
recommend it.
horrible fucking story.
It's wild. It's so crazy.
This is a John and Chris story right now. I'm lost.
Oh man.
Oh,
But yeah.
man.
Dan, have you seen that yet, or do you have any indication on that?
I have not seen it yet.
I know a little bit about this story too.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Where they showed D, the Derek kid there, one picture, and they showed her another, and they had him do the assisted typing, right? And he only typed out what she's seen, right? Everything that he was typing was everything that she's seen. So like the entire time that he never picked what he had seen whatsoever, right? And basically it's like they had said there, it said that typing thing that she was talking about, that she was trained in, was completely debunked. It's been debunked for years, right? So she's a bad fucking person. A really bad fucking person.
Is she in jail? She should be in jail.
She served, but she's out now.
Oh, okay. Was she hot?
No.
Back in the
God.
day, she was hot for the air, I guess.
Okay.
What era was this? 1982.
No, the early 10s.
So back to the boys.
That sounds horrible, dude.
Yeah.
Not like a horrible documentary, but like I hate watching people get taken advantage of and shit like that. That's fucking. I'm too sensitive. I can't watch shit like that. I watch documentaries like the Brat Pack one. That's my
yeah.
shit.
Hulu.
That was good. I like that one. But
I watch horrific documentaries, but not like that one, Duggan.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I got mixed feelings on it because I can see from both perspectives. It's hard to just see the villain, I guess, because and with that example that you gave, John, it is correct because they did do that study where if someone's just looking at something, and then they tell that person, they're just going to relay what the other person's saying, even though the
Right.
fucking thing that they're asked to see is dead ass in front of them. That study was fucking wild. But at the same time, who
Man,
knows?
keeps wanting to go back to these
Yeah.
lessons. I don't know why. He gets
like,
so
who-
excited.
Yeah, who knows what is really going on? Like, are you really incapable of actually communicating, or is there something that is inside you that allows that to take place? Because with paraplegics and people that are handicapped, the neurons and everything in your brain is still firing. It's just not making its way to its destination. So, I mean, it's really intriguing. I recommend it. It is a tough watch though, because you do feel for the family the most. I think that's really what fucks you up, because the family's like, oh, he's doing great, and then it's like, what the fuck
it
are you just saying?
it was all bullshit. She was just raping our son.
Dude, the
Oh
minute
my
that she goes
God.
away, the minute she goes away, all that progress that he was making goes away.
Hmm.
It's fucked.
It's insane.
It's great.
Back to the boys.
Now that we brought this to an all-time fucking low, let's
I
go ahead
know,
and
I
bring
know.
it
Keith
back up.
Urban's butthole.
How about Homelander burning the dude alive in the chamber? Like, oh yeah.
Burning alive in a chamber, Jack? What are we talking about here?
That's in 4, dude. We don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
I
I thought we were
do.
talking about World War II.
I thought it was
I
3.
do.
Whatever. I watched a lot of it today, Dan. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Ready to
I'll
bust
say
it.
this. There's only 5 seasons of The Boys. They said they're only going to do
Yeah,
one more.
coming out with
right?
the 5th season. Yeah.
Uh,
Ending it with 5.
I mean, how long before Homelander just like kills everybody in the 7? Because you think the end
He's
of
on
the
the
season?
path.
I think they gang up and kill him.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't know. They don't. I think by the end of season 5, it's going to be a showdown between the vice president lady and Homelander, because they both seem to be kind of on the same level of
Powers.
powers and can't be destroyed.
She's invincible.
Yeah, she took acid to the face,
And a gunshot.
gun to
Like,
the head. I mean, they can't figure out how to kill her.
Do we know if Keith, whatever his name is coming back or not?
Who?
The
Carl
main
Urban.
character, Carl
Carl
Urban.
Urban.
Do you know if he's
Oh.
coming back or not?
I'm
Yeah, he'll
sure
be back
he
in the
is.
5th season.
Well, because what I'm getting at is like, who's to say that he doesn't just get a fucking superpower and that fucking cancer
No,
goes bye-bye?
Butcher's he's dying slowly.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean,
I think he'll be
in
back.
the
I
last
think he'll
episode,
be
they said
back.
like 3 months or 6 months.
6
What I'm
months.
saying is,
but
instead of a climaxing for the VP and Homelander, what if he just gets a superpower?
I think it's gonna come down to Homelander, the VP woman, I forget her name, Howie, and Butcher. It's gonna be like I think Howie's gonna take the
Huey.
serum. Huey, whatever. Huey's gonna take the serum.
Huey Lewis
Howie
in the
Mandel.
middle.
And I think they're just
Sure.
gonna go at it. I think it's gonna be a 4-on brawl of like, because Homelander's losing his mind, and it's so great to seeing how it's deteriorating even more. Like,
Dude, he's keeping his gray
just
his
because
gray
just
pubes.
because he's got gray
Amazing.
pubes.
oh my god, it's crazy.
It's
It's a
incredible.
jar of it.
Incredible.
Hey, random question. Are there any foreign soups? Like, why hasn't there been like a Captain Britain come down
One.
or some shit?
There was the
Oh,
one. Remember in the first season, there was that
terrorist.
guy the terrorist guy, but he was turned by Vought to try and make like a
Yeah.
united front for the soups to get
Well,
into
no.
military.
There aren't any because Vought is a U.S. company. and they
Oh.
only were injecting Compound V into U.S. born babies
Mhm.
Gotcha.
because they
Second
wanted all
question.
the.
Do you think anybody funny is in the Black Noir suit?
Anyone
Yes.
other than, yeah, because there's really no idea who's in it, huh?
And Black
Like,
Noir is
Do you
dead.
think it would be a comedy, or do you think it would actually be like someone who's hiding as like a soup pretending? I don't know.
No,
something like
Black
that.
Noir is actually dead. The news planet.
Well,
was
yeah, I
like,
know that. I'm
"You
just saying,
killed
do you
me,
think it
bro."
would be funny, like, oh, Shia LaBeouf is fucking Black Noir or something,
Oh,
or is it like a soup hiding? That's
it's just a
always
guy
Brad
hiding in
Pitt.
there, I think. But if the
Dan, is the coach scene, is that episode 4 or 3?
That was 3.
Oh, Will
Okay,
Ferrell.
so Will
The
Ferrell,
one with Will Ferrell. Well, it might have been 2 actually.
I love that one.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
So good.
He's like, I don't get it. He's like, my brother didn't sell drugs. It's like, it doesn't matter. It sells.
I like
better.
the response from the director and Will Ferrell. He's like, "Do you smell that?" He's like, "What? I smell an Oscar."
Oh,
Don't do that to me.
Don't say that to me.
what's going on, De Niro?
It's so good. So in the comic, The Boys, it's like they have severely departed from how that comic is. They're never going to connect back to how that story ends, really. But in the comic, Black Noir is actually a clone of Homelander, and Homelander the whole time has been like people are saying he's been doing this crazy shit, and he's like, I don't remember doing that. And there's videos of him doing it, and he's like, I don't, like, he didn't rape Butcher's wife or any of that shit. But like, there's video evidence of it, and he's like so his whole thing is he's an asshole like the whole time, and he's still a piece of shit. But he's like, I haven't done any of these things that people are saying, or I'm going crazy because I don't remember doing them. So then it ends up being Black Noir kills fucking Homelander in the last comic run,
Oh,
and then
wow.
Billy Butcher has to kill fucking like this even crazier fucking version of Homelander. So
Crowbar through the eye socket and popping out the skull.
yes, it's incredible. But
It's a great panel.
But and then even further than that, Butcher becomes a bad guy in the comic and kills the boys because they know that he's fucking kind of a bad guy. And then Huey's the only one who lives. Huey.
Oh wow.
And it's insane. So I don't think the show is going that route, though. They've literally made a point to like not showcase any of that shit. So I can't
Save the
imagine.
boys.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have their own kind of like, let's land the plane somewhere else for this series. But
I have a question
It's
though.
still unreal.
End of
Sorry.
episode 3, when Sister Sage is eating the bloomin' onion from Outback Steakhouse, and the Deep shows up, and it shows that bloody thing. Did she like give herself a lobotomy, but then heal herself from the lobotomy?
Well, she said that if you hit me through my heart, I'll die, but through my brain, it's going to regenerate. And I think she just wanted to nullify the fact in her brain about what's happening, so she can actually enjoy it.
Because I was
Like,
I was like
that's-
super confused by it, and I'm like, wait, what happened?
I just
I
thought
must,
she was like a
I must have
rabbit
slept
lamb.
through that part of that because I just remember them eating the bloomin' onion and fucking.
No, she goes, put it.
It
she
like
goes, put it through
zooms
here
out.
and hit the brain and scrape it and pull it out. She goes, my brain will regenerate, my heart won't. So like do that, and then she's like, so
chill.
would you like to taste my kitty cat? And you're like, he's like, yep.
I don't know. I get like that when I eat a bloomin' onion.
I just like how I was like, oh shit, is that a bloomin' onion from Outback Steakhouse?
Yeah,
oh,
And
that's
she was
all
like,
real
yep,
fast.
Oh,
you want
me
some?
one.
And he was like, oh hell yeah.
Oh, that's.
I'll
saucy.
tell you what, man. I haven't had a bloomin' onion from the Outback Steakhouse in fucking 15 years. But I saw that one. I was like, fuck, man, I want a bloomin' onion too.
Oh, yeah. Put another shrimp on the
They're
bone.
not. I
And
don't
he
know
put in
why.
the
They're not
sauce,
enjoyable.
and everything. He did a little
They're
sauce.
enjoyable, Donald. They're
They're not
enjoyable.
enjoyable at all.
Oh, they're so enjoyable. You
so
just
full of
hate
it.
on it.
Mhm.
If someone had a delicious bloomin'
Mustache
onion
is
with
not
that
like
fucking
that answer,
Aussie sauce
John.
in your face, it was like, John.
What's the
smell that.
matter? What's the matter, John? They didn't serve any fucking bloomin' onions in the graveyard. That guy hates bloomin' onions too.
Yeah. And people.
Spanish doubloons, though.
Yeah, he wants
That's where
those
it's at.
He's all for it.
All right, we're gonna move on. I had another topic I was gonna talk about, but honestly, we're gonna skip it because we're
No, talk about it.
No. There's other topics, but we'll skip one of them. We'll do this. We'll move on to
I have a question for you.
House
Real
of the
quick.
Dragon. What?
Would you rather
Yes.
like pick diamond boogers or shit golden nuggets?
Shit golden nuggets.
Really?
I shit for days,
Dude.
guy. I'd be fucking loaded.
Dude, I'd be fucking picking diamond boogers all day.
Yeah, but this is
Wouldn't
how
it
your
bleed,
nose
though?
dries out. So how many fucking dimes you pulling out of your nose?
Are the
Dude,
golden
during
nuggets,
pollen season? Pollen
I
season's gonna be a
shit way
fucking,
more than I
that's gonna be
pick boogers.
gonna be
That's a
amazing.
fact.
are the golden nuggets intertwined
sized.
with the poops, or do I just poop gold?
Gold nuggets, but they come out as
Poops.
like as like small bits at a time.
Does it come out like? Does it reflect the shape of my poop currently, or does it have a
Yes,
certain?
that's what my question is. Is
Yeah.
it like literally like
It's not gonna be a
poop shape?
truck.
Like when I have diarrhea, do I get gold dust? And when I have a log, it's a fucking brick. Like I need. Like,
These are solid questions to ask.
yeah.
No, they wouldn't be solid at that point, Jack.
I
You're
shit
correct.
way more than boogers, so I would be on top of it.
Give me the
Yeah.
golden nuggets
All
for
day.
sure.
What happens when
I'm
you
just gonna-
ejaculate?
I'm
Do
just
I
gonna
get
be
titanium
housing-
or something?
Bro, I'm just gonna be housing Mexican and then be like, honey, get the
Yeah.
gold sifting
You're
pan
rich.
Hell yeah!
out by the
We gonna
creek.
be eating silver tonight.
All right, hold on. I have actually a better one than that. What John asked. Would you rather be bald with a six pack? Would you rather be bald with a six pack or with a full set of hair?
Ball with a six pack. It's already here, baby.
Kevin,
A
I've
full set of
seen
hair
you
and what?
shirtless.
Full set
Over
of
the
hair, like
great
that.
hairline.
How
And if,
full
you-
of
and
hair?
if
are we
the hairline,
talking
you're kind of fat. Kind of fat. No, I say wicked fat, but you're like me.
about?
So,
Am I allowed to get in shape, or do I have to be fat with long hair?
you can get a shape after you're fat.
Oh, there's
Oh,
no real
full
downside
hair.
with this.
Yeah, full hair all day long.
Am I permanently with a six pack?
No, no, John, you're not permanent with a six pack. You just
Oh, what the
end up
fuck's the
with
point then?
Yeah, see, yeah, I'm going luscious locks.
Yeah.
locks all day long for me.
There's nothing but downside with that, Jack. It's like I'm gonna get fat again. It doesn't make any sense.
And you're gonna be bald.
Yeah.
Useless.
It's fucking. It's terrible.
I love all you with your full heads of hair having this conversation. I'm bald and skinny, and I wish I could have hair.
I don't have a full head of hair. It's thinning for sure.
Dan's
you're
one of those
good, Dan.
bald
You're
Jack
good.
guys. It's fine.
I got
It's
long.
thin.
Got long
It's
hair.
good, Daniel. There's
Yeah,
nothing.
thank
Nothing a
you.
good stint of Rogaine wouldn't help.
No, did you know that Rogaine only really does like the spot in the back?
That is
That's
not
what- that's
true.
'cause you only
Because
put it there. You have
I,
to put it
from
everywhere.
25 till I got married, did Rogaine every day and kept a shit ton of hair. It was the second that I got married, and I was like, I don't really care anymore. Then it all fell out.
Yeah.
The
How did
second
it
I
fall
stopped
out?
doing
It
it.
really worked for you.
Did it
Yeah,
fall
that's
out in
because your
clumps?
wife.
Were you,
That's
like,
because your
terrified?
wife switched it with Nair.
No, it wasn't there. Do you think my wife wants this?
Duffy, just embrace the baldness, man.
I have. I fucking bick it now. It's not even shaving. I literally, I'm cue ball now, motherfucker.
Oh,
That's
You
what I
should go
do.
with the skillet. You should just go with the skillet.
No,
every
I
day of
shouldn't
the-
go with a skillet. No one should.
There's a lot of glare coming off of that dome of yours. I think it's
I'll shine your head for a nickel.
Oh god! But you should see how fast I swim now.
Sure.
aerodynamic.
I'm aerodynamic in a fight. Punches just slide off.
Yep.
All right. That brings us to House of the Dragon, season 2, episode 1.
Oh,
Uh,
amazing.
Can I ask a question about this?
About the show or
what?
about being bald?
About the show?
Go ahead.
How much do you fucking hate this guy?
Love them.
Not
I
like
don't-
not
I
like
don't
his
really
character.
hate him as much.
Not his character.
Oh.
I just hate looking
Him.
at his fucking face.
Nope.
Well, he's
Yeah.
fucking. He looks like Rhaenyra's like husband. What's his Damon? He looks like Damon.
He's
Yeah.
he's so pointy.
Yeah. Pointy.
It's weird. And the other
And he's
question
got
I
a blue
have is,
diamond eye.
do they purposely like search for the ugliest fucking people to be in the show?
Who's ugly?
Which
Like-
who
Can you,
like
can you give me an
90
example of who you're talking about?
90% of the people in this show are ugly.
I would
What,
fuck
you
90%
missed-
of the
you
people.
missed,
on
I'll
you
the
see
missed,
show.
the,
pretty
you
hot.
missed the Daenerys Targaryens and the like Missandei's and shit like that from the fucking
Right.
Game of
Oh.
Thrones prime.
Yeah.
They were all hot.
Yeah. Because then you have this like, what's his
Even
face?
Gilly was
Matt-
cute.
His name Matt Smith.
Matt Smith. Yeah,
Yes.
he's a goofy looking
Yeah.
dude.
He is one weird looking fucking guy.
Yeah, dude, they've
Uh,
really fallen from like
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's-
who wore
that's the
who
new
wore it
fucking
better?
Littlefinger.
Who wore it better?
I know it's related. They're related too, aren't they? No, no.
I think so.
I think his character has grown just because it's after losing the eye and then obviously killing his nephew, quote unquote nephew, in the air. You're like, oh shit, and he's like, I'm not against him being like trying to be the fucking. He's the better son that should be the fucking king,
Right.
but he's still a piece of shit.
See, I am annoyed because I feel like that moment where he ate his fucking cousin or whatever that was, I felt like in the moment he was like, "Oh fuck, what have I just done?" Right?
He did,
Yeah,
yeah.
'cause he
I
couldn't-
would have liked to have seen in that first episode when you finally see him again, if he wasn't the way that he was at the end of the last season. If he was kind of like, "Man, I fucked up," like,
Yeah.
or he felt horrible about
Yeah.
eating his fucking. Like, I feel like you were gonna get that, and then they immediately were like, "Oh no, this guy just doesn't give a fuck. He's an asshole."
I think the best part of that whole episode was the intro with Winterfell, the Winterfell song just playing, and then
I hated the fucking. I hated.
no way.
I hated the start. I hated the start.
I honestly, I had no fucking clue what was going on, who I was looking at in like the first 10 minutes
Dude,
of
the
that
Stark
fucking
was
show.
talking. The Stark
That episode, I was like, It starts going in, and I say to my wife, "This looks like Winterfell," and then she's like, "Yeah, it kind of does." And then I see the direwolf thing, and I go, "Yeah, it is Winterfell." And then all of a sudden, we're taking a trot over to the wall. You think my ancestors built this huge wall just to keep out wildlings?
wall just to
For someone who's not understanding, you're giving a great fucking synopsis.
What
of
else
what's
is out
happening.
there? But at the same time, I don't
the
know who any of these
Winterfellians-
fucking
The
people are.
Winterfellians are the
And then I
Bostonians of the North. All right.
I think
Okay.
that, yeah, that's
No.
wrong.
Listen,
And then I realized that I've seen this guy before. Finally, when the Raven comes to tell him that his brother and his baby bitch dragon got eaten by a gigantic fucking monster.
see,
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
picked-
like, that's who the fuck that is?
I picked
I
up-
had no idea.
When I first saw him, I was like, I don't know who that is. But then as soon as he started talking, I'm like, okay, that's Rhaenyra's son
Stark.
trying to get what's his face. But but that fucking Stark, that Clegane Stark, whatever his name was, that dude spoke gobbledygook. He had
Yep.
the worst voice I've ever heard.
It was a
They
In
lot.
might
my
as
life.
well,
Any-
they
I
other
might
can't
as well
believe
have
that's who
gotten
they cast
Conor
to play
McGregor
that.
Oh,
character.
stop
Conor
that.
McGregor.
It sounded like any other fucking Northman.
Yeah.
You gotta have the subtitles on when he's talking in like.
No. I understood him. But that is the worst dialect and the worst voice I've ever heard. They should not have cast that guy.
You're high. You're high. You
You're
literally haven't
high.
watched
You
Game
think
of
he
Thrones
sounded like
thing,
Sean
so-
Bean or any fucking?
Yeah,
My
he did.
ancestors
He
built
did.
this
Oh,
wall.
You sound like
around
his
me.
brother. You sound like a Scottishman from the north.
The way he
This
talked,
wall's been on for
he
years.
sounded like you. You know what he sounded like? He sounded like he had peanut butter stuck to the roof of his mouth.
Maybe he did. They said, "You sound too handsome. We're leaning ugly."
You
this
think
season."
we built the wall? We built the wall to keep out the fucking wind to the world. Get your thumb out of your mouth, you fucking asshole. It's a fucking it's Game of Thrones. No one can hear you. I can understand Khal Drogo better, and he was speaking gibberish.
I don't know. That sounded
At the
pretty good.
same time, I feel like the writing was not there in the beginning for that scene, because he's like, "You think we built this wall just to keep out wildlings?" And he's like, "Well, what'd you build it for?" You might as well have been like, "We don't know, but it's fucking
Wildlings.
scary."
Well,
It's
I mean,
death,
I
man.
don't know
It's death.
I don't know personally, but I was told by my ancestors that there's something bad beyond the veil.
It's
Hated
fucking
It was
scary out
great.
there.
I love that opening
Jesus.
scene. I thought the opening scene was the
Haters.
best part of the whole
What a
show.
bunch of haters, man.
No,
Oh, you
But
gotta admit,
I
though,
will
the hating
say-
is awesome.
It's
Anybody
fucking
else?
hilarious.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
There you
You gotta
go.
be mad about it, mate. Yeah,
Let
this
me
is
ask-
crazy.
Ready? They could have cast the fucking what was the guy's name? It was Cheese and fucking what's the guy at the end of the episode? Cheese and whatever the fuck the idiot's name was that killed the
Rice?
kid at the
The
end of the
rat guy?
episode. That guy at the end of the episode was like, "Find the fucking kid and get him."
Yo,
That guy
yo,
could have been a better start.
take the head of a son for a son, and then just took the apparently wrong head. Like that's so stupid, dude. Like,
that was
That was the right one.
beyond
right beat.
fucked.
I can't even believe
Beyond
the sound,
fucked.
the sound of
Hearing
it was.
that.
fucked.
You can't unhear that shit.
No,
I was like,
Level.
Love
I'm
it.
sitting there and I'm like just watching. I'm like, I'm gonna keep watching, but this episode is not great, and then all of a sudden they get to that, and I was like, holy fuck.
I wanted some
And
baby
then she
back
runs
rib.
into
Holy
Allison's room.
fucking
Who's
shit.
fucking the dude who fucked Rhaenyra like way back in the day? That
Cole.
fucking yeah.
Sir
Now,
King Cole.
he's a hoe. You know, what's the white cloak to you? White cloak to you nowadays, but you know,
Yeah, he's
whatever.
a bitch.
And yeah, he's just
Bro,
he's
what are you
just
gonna tell the
pushing it.
queen? What are you
Fine.
gonna tell? You gonna tell that sexy ass queen not to get off your dick? No way, bro. That's fucking,
No, you wouldn't, but he's still a bitch.
nah.
He,
So, dude,
he
he's a
serves
simp.
his queen in any way she requests, and that's what she fucking wants.
Even
See,
though when
kids
she
will
lies,
call that
Seems
a
pretty
simp
accurate for the series.
nowadays.
What a life.
He's
No
a simp.
responsibility. No fucking doesn't care about any kids. No big fucking deal. Whatever. They'll never know I'm their dad. That sounds great.
I'm just gonna fuck the queen. It's fine.
So
What a simp.
here's the question that I want to present to you guys. What side are you, red or green?
Red.
Black. Team black.
I don't
Right?
I
Is it
don't
black?
know what
What's
those
black?
Team black. That's the thing. It's team black or team green. Black is Rhaenyra.
They're red.
No, it's black.
It's red.
No, you're red.
They literally had a fucking ad
Red flag.
campaign
Yep, it
saying
was black.
"We
Red.
team
Red.
black. or
Team
team
black. Team
Red
black.
Green, red, black.
But they
The
kill each
black
other
with the red
anyway.
dragon?
So
black.
Nevertheless, Kevin, black,
they
red,
kill, they
whatever
kill
the
each other
color
anyway.
is.
Black. You can't
So,
be- who would be on team green? Team green blows.
Thank you.
right.
We got to go with
But
the
they
rifle
kill,
there.
they kill each other at the end, anyways. They literally talked about it in Game of Thrones a
Yeah.
couple times.
The only one that lives at the end of the series is going to be the baby in Rhaenyra's
Aegon.
family. Yeah. The
Yeah,
baby.
and he
Everybody
kills
else dies.
everybody.
Everybody else does.
And who's the daddy?
That's
Daemon.
That's Damon.
Probably Damon.
Damon's kid.
That's
Yes,
fucked.
finally, they get to fucking have the white hair.
But
Damon's awesome. I love Damon. I love
you
how
guys,
Best
did you guys
character.
watch
Fucking
through?
love
Do you guys watch through the whole episode to like the making of this episode and
Yeah.
all that stuff?
Yes.
I like that they do that still. That's still like that's what the when Game of Thrones
Yeah.
is at its best. I always stayed to watch that show.
always yeah.
But the creator of the showrunner for House of the Dragon was like, you know, we took a chance having the last 10 minutes of this episode just being about these two characters that you have never even fucking talked to, following them on this adventure to murder this kid, and you're like, oh, like that is a chance they took.
That's a deep, yeah.
It was good. It was good.
It was great. It
From
was
my
great.
understanding,
Horrific.
they toned that scene down ridiculously.
Yeah.
So
I wish they
Apparently.
strung up the baby and give her one of these. Yeah, that would have been
And you
sick.
see the body drop away.
Oh, yes, that would have been awesome.
Fucking
Oh,
crazy.
hell yeah.
But that's horrible, Duggan.
I like the
Jesus
part
Christ.
where the guy says to the other one when they ask him which one's the boy, and he's like, just pull down his knickers and check. it's like
That's obvious the answer, yeah.
no, I'm not gonna take the pants off of a child.
But I will cut his head off in 1
I'll
minute.
cut his head off. Fuck it. No,
Give him-
she's telling true.
Just kill them both.
Yeah.
We got
That's what I would have done.
Did you think? I thought for a second because I didn't know that was going to happen in the episode. I thought for sure they were going to walk into the dragon pit, get lost along the way, and then just get fucking eaten. And honestly, it was much worse than that. So,
I thought when he was fake laying the traps down, when the handmaiden was there or whatever, and then his torch rolled away, I thought he was gonna light fire to the Red Keep.
I
and
thought
just
the
burn
king was
the
gonna get
entire
caught on
fucking
fire
thing down,
too.
and I was like, "Oh no!" It ended
thought it
up
was
being
gonna caught on
so
fire,
much
too.
worse. Though.
everything that you think could be bad that could happen, nothing lived up to how bad it was.
Yeah,
Nope.
agreed.
Nope.
I thought it was pretty tame.
Just a
Could've
kid getting
cranked it up a
fucking
little bit.
murdered.
Minus the kid getting his head chopped off. Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens with the rest of the season.
I was
It's
getting ready to
gonna be-
order Applebee's because I wanted some baby back wings.
Yeah. I needed a blooming onion bad.
Ooh.
Oh.
The sound crackling of that meat.
I liked the exchange between I always pick up the names because they're so similar, but Rhaena, who
Yeah,
was like the aunt, Rhaena
Yeah.
and Damon, where it's like, let's go to the Red Keep and fucking
You're like,
kill,
no.
kill the big fucking dragon. And she's like, oh, would be that you were my king, and she's fucked off. I was like, oh, she's fucking great. I
Yeah.
love that chick.
Yep.
Especially after last season where she rose up under the fucking coronation. It was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
can
she
kill you
pulled
right
she
now.
pulled a straight fucking Shrek.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But like the craziest part though is when Rhaenyra saw like the dragon wing.
Oh
She's
yeah.
like, oh, there's a dragon wing on the beach, and she's like, oh, here's my like confirmation that like they're dead.
I thought you were gonna
And-
find a body part too for some
Yeah,
reason.
then-
I
but-
like
The
I
jack-
like
was
how
just-
she was up there, and then everybody that was down there was just like, "Fuck dragon!"
Yeah, and I was
We're
disappointed
just
though.
fishermen. We're just fishermen.
And I was disappointed though when she came back and he was like, "Did you find what you're looking for?" She's like, "Yeah." And then not like I want to burn them all. Like I want to kill everybody. It was like I want him. And then
Right.
Damon fucking goes to find the Lowe's beggar who has some fucking sports debt, like everybody else in the world. Like, hey, I heard you need some money. Go kill this guy with my friend, and then they fuck it up. Still, I'm
My
like,
friend that I just fucking met 2 seconds ago at
That's
the
right.
gate. He
But
let
he
me
hates
in.
the green
Hightowers.
people.
the Hightowers, yeah.
Yeah, the high towers.
Oh, stupid. I'm like, really? That's what you could do? She wants to burn the fucking place down, and you're not gonna go like Daenerys and just like burn fucking something.
I think
down?
Damon did it
No,
on purpose.
No, that wouldn't make a good story if you did.
No, but like you could have had something better than just hiring some fucking lowbeat who's down in his down in the dirt because he doesn't know how to fucking make a good bet and then tell your big ass fucking friend to go with him. Oh, I don't know where I'm going now. It's like, well, I only know how to get it here. And he's like,
my
you're
wife,
gonna
my
go.
wife, said, my wife said it great when when they first walked in and they're walking through the chamber room, like the main chamber. And my wife's like, "So just let anybody walk into this fucking castle?" I was like, "Well, they made a point to show him earlier on that he's the rat catcher, so he should be there." And my
Yeah,
wife's like, "Oh,
He's
all
only
right."
just stick with a couple of rat traps. He's like, oh no,
All
I
you
catch
need.
rats.
Yeah,
As long as you have a vest, a ladder, and a badge, you can go anywhere.
Right.
Act like you belong,
Oh.
and people will let you go wherever you want.
Yep.
Yeah, act like you've been there before. That's what I've been told my whole life. Going places you don't belong. Act like you've been there. All right.
I bet you, Rhaenyra is gonna fucking eat Damon fucking to shreds
Dick.
next episode for that. She's like,
Oh.
"You fucking idiot! You killed the kid killed. Like, I didn't fucking want that." That's what this is. This whole series is now just gonna be escalating war games that like are just like
Stabbing randomly at different people. From
Everybody's
different-
dying. Everybody's dying. It's all I know is going to happen.
I don't know how many seasons you think we're gonna get
It's
out of
probably this season, dude.
4.
This has got to be it.
it. No, it got
No.
renewed. It got renewed
4
for another
years
season
right.
already.
I think
Is
it got
it?
renewed for 2 more.
Oh, okay.
I don't know
I
how
do
much
have this-
longer you
hold
can
on.
fucking escalate this because we all know how it ends.
Oh, it's gonna be a slow
Wait,
burn
wait.
because I
How
heard
does it end?
Aemon is gonna be a
They,
fucking
they
gory.
kill each other.
assassin.
Like they all die.
Everybody. died.
They literally said it in Game of Thrones how the Dance of Dragons happened.
Yeah, they
That
kill.
was me being sarcastic.
No, it was
Nope,
only,
This
it was only one.
happened way before.
It got
way
renewed.
before
For
House
one,
of Dragons happened.
it got renewed for one more.
I was
be
confusing with
3
some other
seasons at
show that
most.
got 2.
Somebody at some point, maybe even this season, they're gonna burn Harrenhal to the fucking ground.
Well,
And,
yeah, they've already
Aaron
mentioned
Hall's
it.
already cursed.
not
Well,
yet.
but we've never seen Harrenhal like in its glory because
already
at some
said
point
that
it got
Harrenhal is cursed.
melted.
They already said it's cursed.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
cursed.
cursed
yeah.
place.
But wasn't it only cursed because of what happened when Damon burns the fucking place to the ground with everybody inside it?
No,
Or-
it
I
wasn't.
don't even know if it is
Daemon.
Daemon. I think it's
It was the when the cutthroats, literally the cut tongues, like went in and burnt it down to fucking kill people before Damon even did that. Like before Damon even thought about it. Like it was to kill his brother and his dad. Like the fucking the 1 foot
Oh.
foot fetish guy. The
Okay,
foot fetish
yeah,
guy
yeah.
killed his dad and his brother. The Strongs in
Yes,
the hall.
yes. You're right. That happened last season. That's
And-
Harrenhal?
That's Harrenhal.
Oh, yeah, 'cause that guy's
And,
Lord
and,
Harren.
and Damon goes, the place is cursed.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah, fuck
That-
that guy with the left hook.
Yeah,
I
he's
hate
a
little
cuck.
finger
He's
part
a
two.
cuck.
He's a dick.
He's a
I want
cuck.
to see I want to see some serious dragon fucking action in the next couple episodes, though. I need something. Fucking just light some ships on fire, something. You get all these dragons, you're using them for fucking getting around, but we only saw like one action dragon scene last season or two, but I want more. You got
The
the
real
budget.
question is, why don't we see any
Yeah.
dragons fucking?
So I just started. I'm almost done Game of Thrones, and I'm on season 7 now, where it's like Daenerys just fucking just rampaged the Lannister
sorry.
like
Oh
the
yeah,
Lannister line with the dragon. I'm like,
that was the fucking best. I love
best
that
episode, I think. And I'm watching like, yeah. This was like
He just decimated our whole army with one dragon.
done. And Tyrion's buddy's like, nope. Our agreement ends with dragons. I'm done. Like, all set.
Yep.
But it's great watching, like, rewatching that and watching House of Dragons and The Boys. I'm like, television was really freaking good in the last, like, 5 or 6 years of just, like, everything finally building up and coming to fruition. It's been wild. What a wild ride we've had.
I'm just glad that they're going to be able to land this show because they know exactly how it ends. Right. So no matter what, it's already going to be an improvement over Game of Thrones, where they were like,
What's the other
No,
one?
the ending.
Song of
The
Fire and
ending
Dance,
of Game
isn't
of
that coming
Thrones.
out?
What'd you say, Duggan?
The Song of Fire and Dance, isn't that coming out? Isn't he gonna drop that after the season of House of Dragon?
No, this is the Song of Fire and Dan. Like
His new book. I'm not familiar with him. I was reading an
Winds of
article that
Winter. The
Thank you.
dude's been writing it for years. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's fucking, at this point, I would hope he fucking, after the poor reception of Game of Thrones, he's probably like, let me just rewrite that ending.
It's on its
Right.
it's on its 15th edit. He's adding 22 more dick scenes.
Yeah.
Because
dick
George
cutting,
R. R.
dick
Martin
showing.
he just loves full on male
Dick.
frontal nudity. He wants
loves
dicks
dick.
fucking everywhere. I remember
Count them up.
watching Game of Thrones when it was original, and it was like written and
Titties.
directed by George R. R. Martin. I said there's gonna be dicks, and then like fucking
A lot of
immediately dick. I'm like,
Tits and dick.
come on, man.
But
Well,
the season
you
6,
know
I
what
think,
the RR stands for? Richard.
really,
Richard.
yeah,
Richard,
yeah.
Richard,
He's double dick.
Yeah.
Really, Richard. Yeah.
double dicking.
He's double dicking at all
Is he a
times.
world class air dicker as well?
Oh
He
yeah,
is world-class
huge
air
hair
dicker.
dicker.
But like rewatching like House of Dragons, that first season is actually really good. Once you kind of like go back and watch again,
I just
even
watched it. Jack.
there's a lot of time jumps into it, but it's like the build up is great. You can see everything kind of like really progressed again, and it's a good story. Like it really is.
I didn't love the time jumps. That annoyed me. So when that stopped, I liked the show a little better. But
Yeah,
then-
but I watched
overall,
I
it
didn't
was
like
good.
I watched it at first, but I watched it again now knowing that, and it's like, wow, this is
It's
actually,
not as bad, yeah. The second time
Yeah.
around,
it's a good second time around, honestly.
because you
It's not
know
like
you're
Game of Thrones
expecting
where
the
it's, like,
time jump,
progressive.
and it's not as fucking crazy.
I like that in Game of Thrones, it took forever to get anywhere. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
you got to go to the Red Keep. That's fucking 7 episodes to get from
Yep.
fucking Winterfell to the fucking Red Keep.
Well, that's a long march.
Yeah, I know it is. But then in House of the Dragons, it's like, we'll be there in 10 minutes.
Yeah, they just fly
Just time jump. It's fine.
300 miles an hour.
Exactly.
Air
It's like,
speed,
no, you know what? We don't have to be
freezing.
real time with this.
I imagine
Alright.
they have to fly low, right? Because the air, they freeze to death up there.
Dude,
Yeah.
they're flying that fast. The skin is a problem.
Jack, you got to know this. You're a pilot. You can't just be willy nilly up on a dragon. You got to be fucking flying low off the radar, no?
If you fly low, you're fine.
Yeah.
The lower you fly, the better you are.
They don't have fucking radar.
I
No,
didn't
you
say
know
they
how
had
high you
radar.
get.
I said low on the radar.
Oh,
Dragon
yes, you get
jar.
higher. Oh, gotta drop back down.
What do you mean? That's one of Rhaenyra's kids, Rhaegar
Dragon Ball.
Targaryen.
beep, 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 beep.
The dragon meter. The dragon meter. Oh, I go so high. Oh, gotta get back down. You know, it's fine.
I'd be testing the limits, though.
You know what their radar is? It's just a guy standing there. Just everybody's looking. They show
And then he
Dragon!
hears-
Radar.
Yeah.
And episode, Dragon!
Get the scorpion.
Where? And they're like, fuck. And they're trying to work the scorpion around. They might as
Yo,
well have been
by
went
the
full
way-
Zack Snyder on it and been like
Plot
fucking
hole.
turning crank.
They had scorpions in House of Dragons, but they didn't have scorpions beforehand until like Cersei's like, oh no, Kaibar fucking created this fucking catapult, but they had the same fucking thing in House of Dragons.
Yeah,
you guys
they
They
know
don't
don't
that?
see it doesn't work.
Cersei didn't need him. Nobody needed him. The dragons have been dead for like 100 years at that point.
Yeah, but Kyber's like, oh, I'm gonna go through the records and create a fucking dragon killer. Like it was out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden, House of Dragons like, no, we got
Yeah.
fucking scorpions.
Well,
I don't
that's at a
know.
time. I mean, at a time that you have necessity to kill giant monsters that fly, scorpions would be one of those things that you would definitely have. At the time where Game of Thrones, the original, was being done, right? Dragons, again, to Kevin's point, they've been dead for 100 years or in that area of. You would have that, like, you have to think about the fact how fast people die, Jack, right? And how fast knowledge gets dropped when people don't write that shit down.
They call it fucking Maesters, John. Look it up.
Oh yeah, look it up.
Look at the show, John.
Because
Yeah,
they
but he
don't
was
write down
basically a
everything.
maester, and he fucking went to the books and was like, "Oh, we used to kill dragons with these things. I'm gonna make one."
Which would
Well,
mean that
what-
the
no, what
nobles
he
of the
said-
time didn't have
What?
that shit.
But
What he
but
said
in
was,
Game of Thrones,
I
in
didn't
Game of
find
Thrones,
anything,
he
but
was
I
like-
invented this thing.
Yeah.
Yes, in Game of Thrones, he's like, "Oh, I invented this
he-
thing." You know,
he-
it's to
he
kill
totally
fucking
Steve Jobs that
dragons.
shit.
Yeah.
That's literally what
He took
happened.
the
But yeah,
iPad
in House of
right
Dragons,
out of
like,
someone's
"Oh, we
hand
got
and was like,
these."
"This is mine now."
He's just down there sketching the fucking thing, and he comes up and he goes,
He found
"I have
it.
The
He
best
found
idea
it.
ever."
He burns the old book.
He ripped it out, redrew it in his own handwriting, crumpled it up,
Yeah.
burned it, and
Totally-
said, "I invented
Totally
this."
invented
It
by
was me.
Kyber.
I invented this.
I
Kaiba.
special.
All right, that's where we're going to end the podcast.
Yeah.
Anybody who watches this video, please click the like button and subscribe to it. Trying to get to 500 subscribers this summer movie season.
Slowly.
Today
climbing,
is
we're
the
getting
first day of summer. We
And-
fucking failed.
We failed, and it's because of you people at home.
You fucks. I got us one more subscriber. Hi,
I saw.
AJ.
I saw we jumped to 381 for like a minute, and then I think we lost one. It went back down to 380. So,
We're getting there.
Damn it.
We're climbing.
yeah, we're good. Whatever. Click it. Don't click it. I don't care anymore. You failed me. So,
But you know what? I am trying to get to 25 followers by the first day of autumn.
And I will tell you
They
this
have
for sure.
One full
There's
season.
quality
One full season
content.
to get one more.
you know
I
what?
think one more follower.
You know what?
There is
Dan-
quality.
Dan, let's set a
content on
realistic
Red Bottom
expectation.
Channel.
We
Oh
want.
fuck! Hey, I did it! 25 followers.
Yeah.
We want to get to 500 subscribers by the next blue moon.
Oh,
know when
don't
that is.
open that can of worms again, you motherfucker.
Let's just do New Year.
Yeah. By the new year, 500
Chinese or
subscribers
regular?
by year's
About
end.
2025.
The drive for 5. There
That's
we
right.
go.
All right, bye.
All right. At random